Okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to pull a keyword set. We're going to do, just for the sake of doing it, actually we might do this down the road, whole house fans. That's going to be our targeted phrase, our main one. So I'm just typing it in there real quick. I'll put this one right there, back it up, get rid of the S. And so you're getting all these questions is what you're doing. Just once you set it up, and some of them will make sense, some of them won't. You just got to look at them and, you know, what can is a good one. I don't really care for is, but yeah, you can do it that. That's probably a better one. More questions. Questions are always good. But anyway, we're just going to run a few of them. If you're running that many of them, you need to turn your speed down to right there, maybe even there. But anyway, we're just going to go part of the way. So, but before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and throw some that I know we're going to look for because we want keywords that'll bring in buying. So we're going to put in best. Best asterisk. And I'm going to back that up. I'm just going to run it through one of them just to, or a couple of them just to show you, and I'm going to run those fairly quick. As you can see, it changes the proxy out for each time it runs it, so it keeps you safe. I should have done one other version. I'll do it and stop it here in a second. It has a pause cycle on it on itself, so that makes it a little bit slower than you'd really want. But if you had 100 proxies, you could just run this thing continuously pretty much on wide open. But I don't want to spend that kind of money every month on proxies, so especially when there's no need to with this tool. So we're just going to go through one more keyword, maybe one more after that. Let it get a group of them. In fact, we're probably good right now. We've got, what, 226 in there, so I'm going to go ahead and pause it. And I'm going to move all these over here. And I'm going to stretch this out. And so we see the first one with cost, so we're going to throw cost up there. And see, we got a whole bunch. And these are very relevant. But that may not be all of them. How about price? So there's one for price, so we know what they're searching for, right? So cost. There's an article. So that makes it pretty simple. That's how you can do the on page that I showed you, and we talked about last night as far as, you know, getting the keywords in certain locations, because now you have a variety of them. Being this many, I wouldn't say there's a whole bunch of searches for it, but you could probably get 15-20 visitors a day to a page like that, and that's worth it if you if you convert at 8%. You know, so if you get 20 on there, you're probably going to make a sell. You know, on every day. So that's if you set it up right and get all your content right. So there's one. So let's go find another one. Ratings. And of course that didn't work out too good. So let's try best, because there may be more than what we actually saw. And there are. So that means people are searching for the best whole house fan. Probably, like we said, about 20 or so, 20, 30 a day maybe. Let's try review. So we know that it wouldn't be bad to have the word reviews in there, or as a review, or write it as a review. or mini reviews of several products, or recommend one product once you get done and just write a review on that once you give the information. There's all kinds of things you can do. Let's see here. Installation. So let's just do install. And there's a few of those. And there's a cost one, which we saw that on cost. So there's different ways, so you can actually break it into. That's why you got to go through and do your research first. That way you can group keywords. And once you get your keyword groups, then you can decide how you're going to structure your content. What's another one? So let's try DIY. And let's try let's do this lowercase. DIY and attic. And there's nothing there for those phrases, so Ontario and house. Or let's just do fan, not and fan. Not and fan. So there's you wouldn't get a whole lot of traffic to it, but there's a potential small long tail article. And the beauty of these are there's probably not a whole lot of people shooting for them, so they would go up pretty much instantaneously in most cases. So you may only get 2, 3, 4, 8, 10 visitors a day, but if you can get 10 visitors a day and you got an 8% conversion rate, that page made a sale every day on average. That's not bad. Okay, working is another word. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to find words that are going to give you hints to problems that they have. And that's what you want to base your content on. Whether it's, sub-headlines, for different sections in your content, or whether it's the whole of the site. The more variations you have. So let's do something here. Yeah, we didn't finish this, and we paused it. So we're only dealing with a couple hundred keywords, but when you do run a whole run like this, you'll end up with several thousand keywords. And as you scroll, you'll get more ideas. You just go down through it. How much? Okay, there's another one. How and much. Wow, that just found one. So that's what I'm saying. You just got to take your time, walk through these, and that's a great article right there. You can answer all the questions on there on one article and have the how much question out of it, or you could use it as parts of other groups that you find. And that's why I said get your groups together first that you find. Do a big run. Do a very big run like this. In fact, do as many as you can that make sense. Okay? In fact, let me go ahead and hit that back button, because there's more stuff down here. Reviews, so you could actually do searches for these, let it run that, and they'll actually bring up brands of different types of stuff, instead of just having the say ozone or whole house fans. Instead of just one brand, you could end up finding all the review keywords for the individual brands. It might be worth going after individual reviews. So we have to keep that in context. So make sure you do thorough keyword research on a topic before you start, because this tool will show you everything. This tool, if you use it right, will show you everything you need to know to find the right ones. And like I said, there was 40 of them for the camping and hunting. In fact, I'll pull it over and let you see it. Some of my notes. So started on line 61, ended on 108. So over 40 of them on that. Look at the different versions. That's how many different versions people have searched for in the last 60 days. And they'll say it's a recent amount of time, but I already know how long it lasts. But anyway, that's basically what it does right there. So we know that if we can work in, the main words, I think they got deer in here, elk, bear, I can't remember what else. Clothes, clothing, blind, scent removal, spray, scent eliminators, hunting totes, units, gear, there's another word, device, You know, that these are words that need to be in the content on the page, not in these exact phrases, but these individual words. You know, like scent, eliminator, or elimination. You know, any kind of synonym. Device, as we covered. Control, you know, scent control. Those are going to be what's called LSI. Small, battery powered. There's a big one. And the reason we want that is because if it's not in there, we're not going to rank for it. So now it doesn't have to be battery powered ozone generator hunting. It can be, you know, and actually if you went to this page, you would see that it is already fairly optimized. So anyway, this should give you everything you need to know from here on out, and that shows you how to use the search function. So hope this helps out.